several other religious leaders appealing for interest of the nation above personal ambitions. He spoke at a covenant service and prayers for a hitch-free election this month. The report.
The General Overseer of the New Creation Assembly Church, Pastor Ibrahim Alfa, said that Nigerians should not entertain any fear about the 2015 elections because elections in Nigeria. He said that Nigeria will remain an indivisible political entity where peace and unity will continue to reign.
In this election, people should just vote whomsoever their conscience tells them to vote for. And I want to advise our electoral officers that
to go to war will fail. He therefore enjoins Nigerians to continue to have faith in God and remain law-abiding.
God is in control of Nigeria and God is controlling Nigeria. Anybody who wants to cause trouble in Nigeria will enter that trouble. Because as far as Nigeria is concerned, we are two together. Both north, west, east, south. Nobody again can divide us.
Prayers were said for the president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, those in positions of authority and for the nation.
The former interim head of state, Chief Ernest Shonekan, has an advisor to the president on Niger Delta affairs, paid him a visit in Lagos.
Chief Ernest Shonekan, acknowledging the need to explore other areas of revenue generation for government, spoke on the urgent need for the development of critical sectors of the economy. He identified agricultural and information communication technology as viable options with immense potential for job and wealth creation. The former interim head of state explained that particular attention must be given to youth empowerment and development to reduce the increasing level of youth unemployment.
The youths are in a greater majority in the country at the moment, and thank God the economy seems to be doing very well now. We're leading the economy. We need to sustain that, and in order to make sure to sustain that, we have to train our youths who will make sure that they carry.
The special advisor to the president on Niger Delta affairs, Kingsley Kuku, while soliciting the support of the former leader, disclosed that plans are on by government to further provide about 2 million jobs across the very.
Because Goodluck Jonathan's vision today in the country has made it known he has set up a council for the purpose.
The special advisor to the president also advised youth to shun all forms of electoral violence before, during and after the elections. In Lagos, Abechi Powers, NTA News.
Electorates in Lagos State have been availing themselves the opportunity of the extension date announced by INEC to collect their permanent voter cards at various collection units across the metropolis. Musa Toliat, who monitored activities at some of the collection centers, reports that the exercise is not devoid of challenges.
The two collection centers visited at Etiosa local government area on Victoria Island, it was a case this center has 36 units. Only 6 ad hoc officials were attending to electorates. The situation was not any different at Iwaya and Sabo collection units.
Since we are here, nobody's outside, only one person is on the line. But we waste all the time today. I was standing here waiting for collecting one paper.
More than 2 hours. More than 2 hours. The people are working.
Staff being witnessed at some PVC collection centers.
We are reviewing our strategy on the issue of the number and the number of people who are trooping day by day and the number of staff on ground. So we are continuing to make sure that it is easier for them to collect and it's faster.
Meanwhile, some Nigerians have been proffering possible ways of
meet and declare 1 or 2 days public holiday for everybody to collect this PVC. I will just appeal to INEC to beef up their staff strength and create more collection centers, so that everybody that wants to vote on election day
and collect the PVC, because it's only when you have your PVC that you can vote for the person that is your choice.
INEC in Lagos State says the establishment of 245 collection units in the state is born out of the efforts to ensure that registered electorates in the state receive their permanent voter cards before the February 14 polls. In Lagos, Musa Toliat
has been launched in Lagos. Speakers at the ceremony say awareness on the dangers of the disease is the first step towards addressing its management. Joy Ken has details.
Neurosurgery is the medical specialty concerned with the prevention, diagnosis, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves. Some neurosurgical conditions include trauma, spine and brain tumors, congenital malformations, vascular abnormalities, and hydrocephalus. Access to neurological care is limited in Nigeria due to lack of funding.
Very important. As we all know, the brain controls everything that we do. So anything that deals with the brain must be given priority.
The Dele Arigbabu Neurosurgical Foundation, a non-profit organization, is therefore dedicated to providing quality neurosurgical care to patients in Nigeria who require treatment but cannot afford it. The foundation will also, as well as provide funds to the neurosurgery unit of the Lagos University Teaching Hospital to acquire necessary tools and equipment.
There are so many challenges. One is the awareness. People don't know what is available. So even for the basic need, they still travel outside the country. So we hope to create awareness for people to know what is available and what we've been doing.
The brain behind the foundation, 70-year-old Professor Oladele Arigbabu, was the head of the neurosurgical unit of the Lagos University Teaching Hospital until he retired in 2013.
What motivated me, brothers, and the cooperation we have from my junior colleagues, we will appreciate that neurosurgery is a job that requires hard work, and it's not something that you can do alone.
In Lagos, Joy Ken, NTA News.
Residents of Ayotoro, Itele, Awori areas of Ogun State have again appealed to both the Lagos and Ogun State governments to come to their aid by helping to repair the roads in their community and provide other infrastructure. They made the appeal while flagging off repair works on the roads in the area through communal efforts. The report.
The over 10-kilometer road is the only one that links about 10 communities stretching across the borders of Ogun and Lagos states. The road was first constructed over 30 years ago and has since been washed away by erosion. After a long period of neglect and negative effects on the residents, the communities on their own decided to bear the brunt of effecting some repairs.
We, the CD, have been the people sponsoring everything, both from the pole, the wiring.
This area. So what we want here, we plead the government to help us. We need light around Itele local government. So we plead government to help us about the light. They should help us to do the light because we've spent a lot.
The chairman of the Community Development Association, Olatunji Onaoluwapo, electrification of the communities.
The essence of Community Development Association is to assist ourselves, and we have been doing a lot. In terms of road, we don't have road in Itele land. We have, I have about 125 CDs under me. The road from Ota to Po Junction to Itele, we have about 5.5 kilometers, and every year we do spend about 1 million in do the grading.
As part of efforts to raise more funds for repairs, the community had embarked on a fundraising event, enjoying leaders, volunteers and residents to support the communal efforts.
Still ahead, alumni.
I don't tire for all the things we dey yarn.
You dey yarn okpata. Shey you think say na only you fit buga? I go show you.
You dey show yourself all these years. I just dey look you. This time you go know the kind of person we are.
I been dey watch as you dey try scatter my future.
The future wey I dey try organize for myself, small. Na him you dey try kill, abi?
Na to kill, scatter and destroy my purpose always dey your agenda, abi? Oh, but you no fit o, not this time.
I don set my own agenda.
I know how well your agenda go fit pass my agenda.
Because my agenda strong pass your agenda.
For this election, the agenda now.
It's our future.
No violence.
Just vote.
It's
the season's jolly promo. Put on your season's shoes, tighten up your belt, and run up to any Star Times business outlet.
To do what?
To go get Star Times decoder free.
Wow! Star Times decoder free?
Oh yes! Star Times decoder is free to every new subscriber when they recharge.
Star Times decoder free!
Over 80 mind-blowing channels are waiting to make this season special for you and your family. Existing Star Times customers should renew their subscription to get 50% discount for the second month. Old and new subscribers get free instant prizes like rechargeable lamps, smartphones, TV sets, and a Lux Bedmate 6 sofa at Star Prize in the grand draws. And satellite dish free of charge. What an amazing season of freebies! Get your own Star Times decoder free now. Promo valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply. Star Time.
Welcome back. It was smiles and pats on the back when members of the alumni said they are determined to sustain the association and contribute positively to development of the economy. The report.
After several unsuccessful attempts to establish an alumni association of the University of Liverpool in Nigeria, this successful event naturally gave members reasons to be happy. The inaugural Usiobe said the meeting is aimed at building a network that is different from what others are doing.
Others who can also help us to volunteer to help run this network.
Some other members expressed their determination to ensure that what they are starting is sustained.
It's the sheer commitment of the members. We have the weight, we have the people to make the thing work.
Is to network, to see how we can leverage on individuals' achievements.
High point of the dinner was the cutting of the inaugural cake for the University of Liverpool.
It was an exciting moment for old girls of the Lagos Anglican Girls Grammar School as they assembled at Adeyemi Beru Hall, Alausa, Lagos to celebrate the school's 60th anniversary. Abolori Ogbara reports that the event provided a platform for the old girls to reunite.
After several years since they left school, some of these women are meeting to felicitate and share life experiences. It was an evening of fun and entertainment. Although it was not time for long speeches, President of the association urged the old girls to always give back to the alma mater.
So that's why we're looking forward to the future of the young girls in the school.
Some old students who have contributed in the general upgrade of facilities at the school over the years were recognized.
Success really comes from putting in the best that you can and knowing that you put the best of which you are capable. Once you do that, you look inwards and you try to find out what your strengths are and you work on.
You feel you are frustrated. Nobody can frustrate you out of any system.
I know that in Anglican Girls Grammar School, the discipline was super, the training was really good.
Late Muna Obiekwe begins his journey home as Christina, as
It's another Monday evening. Thanks for joining us on Entertainment News. It was a convergence of members of the night as they paid their last respect to the late actor. His friends and colleagues described him as a man whose positive impacts cannot be forgotten in a hurry.
Mona was extraordinary. On set, he was a genius. He just fit into every role he played, and he did it so well.
Export Nigeria has today with regards to, rebranding our country. So Muna will play a huge part of that, and of course in spirit will play a huge part of that. Somebody who always was always talking about how we can have superstructures to be able to.
One who likes to do things in a private way. He doesn't really coming out publicly.
Late Muna Obiekwe died on the 18th of January 2015 at a Lagos hospital after suffering from a kidney disease. Late Muna Obiekwe, among others, he will be buried in his hometown in Umudioka, Anambra State, on the 3rd of February 2015. May his soul rest in peace. Amen. And now to the foreign scene. Michael Jackson's ranch will soon become a rehabilitation center for children. The businessman who plans to turn it into a center for abused youngsters. The businessman is offering $40 million for the property to become a rehabilitation center. Meanwhile, Bobby Brown has refused to release a statement on the state of his daughter, Bobby Christina's health. The daughter who the late singer Whitney Houston had for Bobby Brown was found to have administered CPR, which revived her before she was taken to the hospital. It will be recalled that her late mother died under similar circumstances 3 years ago. And that's it on Entertainment News. My name is Elizabeth Omori.
Thank you, Lizzie. And Muna Oats legend Chief Molade Okoya Thomas. He died last night in Lagos. Former Governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his wife, PDP governorship candidate Jimmy Agbaje, and business mogul Chief Razak Okoya were among early callers to condole with the family.
Sympathizers have continued to throng the home of the late philanthropist Chief Molade Okoya Thomas to condole with the family at this grieving period. The family said they are yet to recover from the rude shock of his death.
So they called late last night that he had been rushed to the hospital, and within 1 hour of being there, he passed on.
It's painful, very painful. Some of his children recounted his last moments.
My dad will go out of his way to make people happy. Even when he was ill, he bothered about people he was helping. He was always wondering, how are they coping? I can't write checks. I can't make them happy now, but I'm going to get out of this. He was a man that was so humble, and he would always show respect to everybody, whether younger, older, whoever.
Late Chief Molade Okoya Thomas contributed immensely to the development of sports in Nigeria, particularly in table tennis, as a sole sponsor of the Asojuoba Table Tennis Championship for over 40 years.
He's a man of all seasons. For us, it's a big loss. It's a big loss. He's one of those you could, approach easily. He had no airs. There was no formality about him, and that's the man I remember.
Who was a source of inspiration to people of my generation. Nigeria will miss him, and Lagos will miss him more.
But for the cold hands of death, late Chief Molade Okoya Thomas would have celebrated his 80th birthday in June this year. He will be greatly missed by both his family and all whose lives he touched, directly or indirectly. Chief Molade Okoya Thomas is survived by his wife, 4 children, and a host of others.
Challenges are still trailing the collection of permanent voter cards in Lagos as INEC appeals to Lagos residents to pick their PVCs. Former interim head of state, Chief Ernest Shoniko, says diversification of the economy is a priority. We also told you that business mogul and at 7. Do join us at 9 o'clock for network news and our late night news at 11. My name is Jennifer Igwe. Good evening.